Well, we lucked out because I don't know what else we dismissed from September, but I feel like we had to have had really good reason, other than
There
your
was
play.
one. There was one great movie, in my opinion, that came out, but it's not really an underrated gem because people talk about it pretty consistently. Terry Gilliam's The Fisher King.
Oh, right. Okay.
I love it. It might be my favorite Terry Gilliam movie other than Brazil, but it's got great dual performances from Jeff Bridges, uh, Robin Williams, and I don't want to give too much away, but they recontextualized the King Arthur myth into modern day New York.
Got it.
But I love the movie. I don't know if anybody else has seen it.
Nope.
I only remember our friend Pat brought it up when we were in high school, and he was raving about it, and I just had never gotten around to it.
See, I always wanted to watch it because when I was working on student films in college, whenever we were shooting like an exterior in the city, whenever some passerby would be like, "Oh, what you guys filming?" Like the producer would always say, "Fisher King 2." Like that was the go-to answer. I'm like, all right,
That's actually kind of clever. We should do that on sets. Yeah. I wish I'd known that. I thought of that as a young PA.
well, then I learned that the go-to was mayonnaise commercial. Guys, they're never really filming a mayonnaise commercial. I'm sorry to break it to you. Mayonnaise commercials are not that interesting. But I'm sure you knew that.
Or it's like
Cigarette commercial.
yeah, cigarette commercial.
Can't actually do it anymore. So
yeah.
It's like, no, we're filming a sequel. Debbie Goes to New York.
Are you guys filming Jersey Shore Reunion?
Well, that actually happened to some friends of ours. So I know people that worked on it.
Wait, on Jersey Shore?
On the Jersey Shore reunion, yeah. We have,
wow.
We have friends in the industry. So.
You guys,
you know somebody that was sort of in Jersey Shore.
Listen,
in the background.
You keep bringing it up, but then refusing to talk about it.
Big T.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
Because I'm going to let you guys go suffer the agony of playing Where's Waldo and find me in the background somewhere in season 1, because I went to a club for my birthday, and then next thing I know, I see a bunch of assholes walking around being followed by cameras. Like, oh God, what is this nonsense? They stand right next to me at the bar. Bump, bump, bump. Can I enjoy my drink? And then 6 to 8 months later, oh my God, Jimmy's on the TV. I run upstairs, check out the TV, see myself on the Jersey Shore, and I immediately want to kill myself. So
Jimmy's bitter.
I don't want to talk about it beyond that.
Yeah, I didn't know this was happening. Or this was going to happen.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get off onto that.
Shame that.
All right, back on topic.
No.
So there's a movie that came out that was a dud, which sounds good on paper, called Company Business. It has Gene Hackman, Mikhail Baryshnikov, and it's directed by Nicholas Meyer, who made arguably the best Star Trek movie. And it's supposed to be a buddy action movie, in which they're doing like kind of a Bridge of Spies things where they're swapping agents, an American agent, a Russian agent, and then they have to go on the lam to find out why. But it's just inert and shapeless. I was really disappointed in it.
Yeah, I'm actually glad, because this was, if I remember correctly, we were almost going to go into it because we're like, oh, Gene Hackman again.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. And then we're like, Dogfight, no.
Underrated entry in this long-running horror franchise, in my mind, Freddy's Dead. I think Robert Englund is very gleeful in that movie. I like comedic Freddy in that.
Yeah. This might have been okay to talk about, but it's, part of a franchise, I guess. Though we'll be doing that in December, so I don't know.
Good though.
One of Sean Penn's, it might be his first directorial effort, The Indian Runner.
Oh, I've seen this.
You have seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe you could describe it a little more. It's got David Morse, Viggo Mortensen.
Have you seen it?
Mostly set in a bar, right? This is almost play-like. And I think it has ties to Vietnam, because the one brother can't relate to the other one because he had this war experience. So
yeah.
He's kind of cut off from the world. I've never seen it. I've always wanted to see it. Is it worth seeing?
It's pretty good, especially if you're a Viggo Mortensen fan. He's the brother that went to Vietnam. So it's basically your story. And I think this is another thing I have in the back of my head, like we were talking about with trying to contend with what we did in Vietnam and how the soldiers were when they came home. This is probably one of the first ones that really showed a person that derailed their whole life because they can't do it themselves, and he ends up becoming a drunk. And so David Morse doesn't understand how he can help him, and that's the basic plot. I don't need to go into any more, but they're very good together. But especially if you're a Vigo fan, I think you'd like this. He gives one of his best performances, in my opinion, honestly. And it's very early on. Like I hadn't heard of him until maybe G.I. Jane, Perfect Murder.
This was like of Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw 3 that he was in. That's the only other thing I'd seen him in around this time period.
Oh.
A movie that I think got barely a theatrical release. It's produced by HBO though, Wedlock, which is directed by Louis Teague, who did Alligator, Cujo, some other creature features. It's Rutger Hauer and Mimi Rogers are sent to like this futuristic prison where it's such a stupid premise. Like you'll find the loopholes right away in this premise. Actually, the warden comes up with a concept that if he puts a collar around somebody's neck and another prisoner, they have to be within a certain proximity of each other. And if they try to run away, then one of their heads explodes.
I like the idea, but
yeah, but you can figure out so many loopholes within that. But you're not supposed to know who your wedlock partner is. That's how they keep it a mystery. But there's like 20 prisoners in this whole place. The process of elimination is not that hard.
Yeah.
But the one cool thing is the supporting cast, because one of the prisoners is Dane Trejo, of course. The warden is Stephen Tobolowsky.
What?
Yeah, he's the best part of the movie. He's so much fun. It's weird seeing somebody that nebbishy be sadistic.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the movies of the month, aside from the poster boy that we're gonna.
See, that's the thing. There really weren't that many this month either. So it was like it basically came down to would it be.
There were other ones I glossed over, but they weren't worth talking about.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Here you go, Jeff.
All right.
So
it's my turn.
I was gonna ask you, might as well just like try to guess what plot you can from this basic idea.
Okay. All right. Now here's the thing. I know I've seen this poster before. I still have no idea what the hell it's for. All right. So we've got it's a football with a spur on the back, smiling with a gold tooth, aviators, a cowboy hat, and longhorns on it, flying through the air above Polaroids of a bunch of random people. One looks like, is that Sinbad?
Good job. I blanked out their names to see if you could get them.
Okay, I got Sinbad, I got Scott Bakula, I got, oh God, the guy all the way on the right. I don't remember his name, but I know that he was.
Wait, the guy all the way on the right?
It's your boy from Pretty Woman.
He was that. That's fun. He was the main idea for Pretty Woman.
I barely recognize him like in the photo.
Yeah, I mean, it's very small, so I wasn't sure Jeff was going to be any. I'm surprised.
And I think oh my God, the guy all the way on the left, I know is some sort of like, not Walter Matthau, but like I got him confused with Walter Matthau a lot.
He's about the same age. I will also reveal them in two spots because I get the tagline that's near the football first. That's the little cloud. That's
and there's also a cartoon potato, perhaps, of some sort. I don't know.
Maybe an urban.
I don't know. Okay.
So why don't you guess both a title and a plot? I think the plot might be easier.
Okay, the plot. The Cowboys are finally going to win the the Super Bowl.
World Series.
World Series. Shut up. I don't.
Okay,
sports,
World Series
man.
is about to happen. It's understandable. We're only
No, the thing is, I don't sports, but so it's got something to do with a bunch of hokey football players, Texas State, perhaps.
Watch this, Oklahoma.
I don't know, somewhere where there's cattle.
Well, the Longhorns would give
And I
you
feel like it's kind of like an underdog story with just they're trying to. I feel like all of these people are involved in a betting pool, sort of like proto fantasy football, and they're just trying to get their team to win. And then there's all sorts of chaos and mischief that happens to prevent them from winning, and it's just like a bad luck football team, like the Cowboys. You know,
Yeah. I kind of
I
like
I don't know football, but I know that much. I know they suck.
I kind of like the fantasy football angle. That might make an interesting film today. But fantasy football was nowhere near as big as it is now that betting is online.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like proto fantasy football. Like these guys were just like, you know, betting on weird, and then they were
Back
trying to like
then,
throw the
fantasy
game.
football was like in your buddy's like
Yeah,
basement or
my
garage.
my
and, like,
dad ran a league for a couple of years where he just found the stacks of paper that he had to write out every week to hand out to his coworkers. So it's
Your dad was a
fascinating.
bookie?
to see.
That was a bookie? I knew it.
So
He got like 10 TVs in his house. I knew it.
I'm gonna give you the tagline, but do you want to guess the title right before I do that? I mean,
Because the title,
yeah, I mean,
long
tagline's not
shot.
gonna
I don't. Long
Say-
shot. Long shot.
Hmm, no. Here,
Uh,
I'll give you the tagline.
Basketball. No.
Here you go.
All right. Here's the tagline. This gang of loners, loonies, and losers are about to become something they've never been before. A team. Hmm. The longest yard.
Now, you say you don't sport, so you might not get the title. It is a play on football stuff.
Is it touchdown? Is it something down? Is it out of bounds through the goalposts? The movie. I don't.
No.
This
Here,
is
I'm
just
gonna
all I'm
just
saying.
because-
This football character seems very. This is like if Billy Bob Thornton got like hit with a Harry Potter spell.
Mhm.
Just a football for life.
I think that would make a better movie.
Maybe. I've seen some of this. It's not that great.
no,
Um,
All right.
I'm gonna uncover their names for now, just so you can see the other people.
Hector something. You got Sinbad. I can't read this anyway.
It's also too small, I think.
You're
Yeah,
just
the manager.
Oh, it's Robert Loggia. Is that how
Yeah,
you say
that's
his
the
name?
one.
And then the mascot.
Oh,
And
the
then Kathy Ireland.
Scott Bakula I got.
And I can't make out the other woman next to Scott Bakula. I never
Harley
looked at
and
that.
something. And then
Yeah.
Sinbad and who was the Hector L what?
Hector Elizondo.
That's the one. I'm like, I know that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So one last guess at the title, and then I'll just give it to you. 'Cause
Oh my God.
it's a play on a violation.
Punt. First
You
down.
were-
Flag on the field.
all right.
Yellow card.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Necessary roughness is the name of the title.
I'm gonna give you.
I never would have gotten that.
I'm gonna give you like a half point or two, just because you recognize Sinbad and Scott Bakula in such tiny pictures, and you got the basic idea. I'm pretty sure it's easy enough to figure out. This is basically like a major league, but for football, right, Corey?
Yeah. The only difference is instead of having to win the championship, all they have to do to be considered a success is win one game.
Ha, really?
so they lose a lot.
They gotta win one game.
Huh. So it's not even that much of an incentive.
Yeah.
No, not really. No, but you're
I
right.
mean-
The movie's pretty mediocre. They made a TV show out of this.
Really?
Really?
TNT or TBS, yeah.
Hmm.
About like a decade ago.
Really?
What?
Huh. I'd never heard of it.
All the original cast is in it.
Yeah.
It ran for a few seasons.
I mean, the idea of only having to win one game is it's the amount that football actually plays. You know, you only have like 15 games a season, 16 now, 17 now, actually, starting this season, at least in the NFL. So it isn't as big as 162 games that the Cleveland Indians have to win in Major League, or at least to get a majority of those, and then the World Series, So I can see why they only did one game, but this doesn't lend itself to immediate comedy. I think that the quality of Major League comes down to the different people they got. Like, I love Scott Bakula, but
No, he's not really one to carry a movie. Kind of.
yeah, he's a TV guy,
Yeah, he's
unfortunately. But
not on the quantum levels of acting career.
all right.
So
I just like to think that everything that Scott Bakula's in is just Quantum Leap canon.
Like, he leapt, actually, the very first episode, he leaps into a baseball player.
Yeah. But I mean, like, everything past Quantum Leap and like even before Quantum Leap was just, like, it was the timey-wimey thing of Scott Bakula's life, and he just,
Yeah.
I mean, then he
Scott
followed
Bakula just is that guy now.
So he jumped into the future. He jumped into the naval yard in New Orleans. He jumped into a man of a certain age.
Yeah.
That sounds gay.
So we're going to move on. I have a surprise for you. I don't expect any of you read the guide, but for our pick of the month, we could have easily done like a River Phoenix, but like I expected, most of us really had only seen Stand By Me. So I figured, to have such a short career, I didn't want to bring that up. So I was thinking, given that this is his film debut, what's your favorite Brendan Fraser film?
Oh.
Time to open up the old
I'm going to beat you to it, The Mummy. Yes! Yeah, no, I know
It's
it.
okay. I had a back.
Wait, no, what am I doing? What am I talking about? Blast from the Past.
There's a good one.
That is a good one.
Gods and Monsters.
Ooh, that's a great one. I'm going to give you one that I don't know that the other two of you would have heard, but I know Corey knows this.
Quiet
He
American.
actually, what was it?
Quiet American.
Never seen it.
That would have been the other one I would have said.
I've heard it's good. He's with Michael Caine. It's a remake of is it a war film?
It's set in Vietnam in the aftermath.
So the one that I got, it's a little more of a fluff film, but it's a romantic comedy that he did in the mid 90s called Mrs. Winterbourne.
Oh yeah.
Which
No.
yeah, Ricky Lake. That's what I was going to ask. It's him and Ricky Lake as a couple. They meet up during a train accident, I think it is.
Shirley MacLaine.
Yeah, and Shirley MacLaine takes him in the mid 90s, she had a bunch of weird films, Shirley MacLaine, and this was one of them. And Mom was fascinated with her, so we'd watch those a bunch because they were always on like TNT. And this was the first thing I knew Brendan Fraser from. Then he did The Mummy, and he blew up. So, but yeah,
I think I knew him from Encino Man.
I
before
did see Encino Man, but after Winterbourne.
I hate that movie.
Not Encino Man.
I hate it.
Oh, what? No, it's all right.
Is it
okay.
Pauly
It's not
Shore?
a great. It's not a great movie, to be honest.
Is it?
In my opinion,
I like Sean Astin in it. Brendan Fraser's fine, but he's there to be like
he's a caveman.
a caveman.
Yeah.
That's amusing, but that's like a Phil Hartman sketch gone on too long. Is it Pauly Shore that bothers you though?
Yeah. I can't stand him in that. He's shrill.
The only thing I love Pauly Shore in is a Goofy movie because you don't actually have to see him.
Oh, the Weasel.
Mhm. Anyway, that's our show. That's Dogfight. I hope you enjoyed our discussion of it. I hope you'll seek it out. Obviously, we spoiled everything, but you'll catch it before we all talked about it.
You should know that if you're watching
We're gonna
this,
have our own dogfight.
No.
no.
However, we're going to have what could be a guest to a dogfight of a film next month. We're going to be taking a look at the screen debut of one Vanilla Ice in his big movie, Cool as Ice. Is this a hidden gem? Or we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping we unearthed another hidden gem. So
Yeah.
Hidden gem straight out of the litter box.
yeah, we'll see. It is kind of a 90s thing to look at Vanilla Ice and see what that meant to culture. So
What it meant to America.
yeah.
Hit that outro.
Well, ICE 2024. He'll be our next president.
I hope not.
No.
Anyway, just remember to rate, subscribe, review, comment. We appreciate everything that you send our way. So we'll see you next time. All right.